Just over 2 days left for one of the most major buy signals to potentially print for Bitcoin here. That is based off of the hash ribbons indicator. It is a fundamentally based indicator which essentially measures miner profitability. That all doesn't matter because what matters is what it has meant in the past, which is the buy signal that comes from this indicator, from this setup here. On the hash ribbons indicator has been incredibly accurate in the past for getting major lows for Bitcoin, or at least providing a very valuable pivot where lows generally do not come below. This signal, this buy signal, has happened 20 times in Bitcoin's history, and 17 of those times Bitcoin has never gone below the low of the prior low before that signal happened. It'll make sense in a second if that redacted way did not make sense. But anyways, yes, we can go over here and I can throw on all of the prior times that we actually have seen this. I'm gonna go through each and every one of them. Again, it's not perfect. 85% of the time though, it has accurately suggested that whatever low that we saw prior to the signal is not going to be retested again, or at least closed below again. So for example, let's find one. I want to find one, like a really good example of where this was close. Yeah, it happened right here. You can see this one in August of 2023. Fires off the blue buy signal, and of course the last major trending low, a low in which price made a new high from on this rally was of course in June 15th, and you can see that price actually did come back down around there, retested it actually with a wick, but no closures below, and upwards and onwards from there. Of course, we have a few examples from this past from this past segment here. Of course, this one. Let me go over it. Yes, the blue buy signal happens right here. Boom. The last prior low was right here. You can see again, price comes back down to that low, but it does not close below. So if and when this does happen, it has traditionally been a pretty damn good pivot. At least for understanding, what your risk is if you are going to be taking a long. For example, if you take it right here and then it fires off, and our last prior low is, I suppose, at around 91.5, 92,000 bucks. Then that becomes a really easy pivot to be managing off of. Anyways, this I want to continue to update on. Of course, I've gotten a lot of questions about the 2-day setup over here, the 2-day setup with the interplay between the red 5 exponential moving average and the yellow 21 exponential moving average. Anytime that we have seen that cross the downside, there has been a minimum test to that green 55 exponential moving average right here. Of course, we can also show just on the chart, in the past five or 6 years here, actually every time that has happened, it has led to that test. But if we do test the full history of Bitcoin, we do see a little bit, it definitely does lose some of those trades, about 71.5% of them closing profitably for that sort of, what do you want to call it? I guess corrective trade setup. Now the question is, has this condition now been met with yesterday's price action, which got all the way down to about 93,300 to 93,400, depending upon exchange? I mean, probably could just consider that test being made, because if this is going to play out to begin with this area being the next sort of major low, we really would be expecting that, within the next couple of days, I guess certainly before this week ends, we'd have the projected blue buy signal over here for the hash ribbons indicator. And of course, at that point, I mean, it can retest down around there, but really wouldn't be expecting any lower than there, especially not on a closing basis. So, I do think that deserves some consideration, especially with all the other things that we've been speaking about in the background, like Dixie putting in its own major reversal here. Again, even if you're the biggest Dixie bull, still this is a local high and very likely to come back down. And hopefully for the bull's view, puts in a higher low. But of course, this one, again, very likely to come down to 104.80, 105-ish region. So just another sort of tailwind for Bitcoin. Like the backdrop is very much very nice for crypto right now. It's like, if not now, then when? Looking at Nasdaq futures over here again, trading at basically all-time highs. I mean, it's fucking insane. The market that never goes down. And then, of course, when we go over here and check out the daily HPDR, you know, I would say a good sort of line in the sand in the more short slash medium immediate term is the Friday the 14th February high, which is pretty much in alignment with the daily median as well. If Bitcoin can pop back above there, I think that would also, you know, look good again in conjunction with, most importantly and most primarily, the signal over here. This is what kind of gives the green light for everything else. But those would be the next sort of domino pieces that I'd be looking for, that I just want to keep updated on this channel for all the people who have been tuning in during these very, very boring parts, so you can just see how these sort of things evolve. You can see the puzzle pieces in place, but now I suppose we have to wait, or hopefully waiting no more than a couple days. Anyways, that's a good place for me to be leaving off. As always, I want to wish everyone the best of best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully next time.